Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching today. If this is your first time here, please subscribe below here. And if you intend to immigrate to Canada come September 2023 or from January 2024, this is a video for you to watch, and make sure you watch till the end because there is a lot I want to mention in this video. Now, if you want to get a study visa or a temporary residence permit approved for you, or a visa, or howsoever you call it, to enter into Canada and study or to immigrate to Canada, remember you are going to be applying for a school. Then you gather all the other necessary documents and apply for this particular visa. But first, there are just three good things. Apart of the other things you are going to do, there are three things I want you to always mention in your visa application if you want to get a study visa to Canada approved. Now, the very first one, I have my jotter here. The very first one is strong ties to your home country. What are ties? Ties are things that you will use to convince the visa officer that after the program in Canada is finished, or after you end the program, you are going to return back to Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa, or whichever country you are coming from. I hope you understand. And there are things you need to do for the strong family ties. Now, the very first thing you should note for family ties is family members. Do you have family members back home? Do you have people back home you can relate to? Their names, their pictures, all right, their ID cards, all right, their birth certificates, their marriage certificates. Do you have them? For example, kids. If you have children, you mention all of this. They are very important, all right. Kids especially very important. If you are married and you are going to be leaving your spouse, your kids back home, very, very important. These are some of the things that you will use to convince the visa official. Like I said, kids are very important. Don't underestimate the power of kids, all right? Kids, I mean children. If you have children back home, this is something that can quickly give you a visa. But if you do not have children, does it mean that your visa will not be approved? No, that is not what I'm saying. Just stay tuned and keep watching and listen to me keenly. Now, you can add them, or let's say if you have this particular set of people, maybe you have a family, not just kids, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father. If you are the one taking care of them, mention that, right? Mention that and say that they are cheering you so that you can do this program and of course return back to Nigeria. It's very, very important. Now, if you do not have a family, there is something we call economic ties, all right? The economic ties here include employment documents. Are you employed? If you are employed, okay, show proof that you are employed. Do you have the employment letters? Do you have pay slips from the company which shows that you are receiving a salary? Do you have maybe a leave letter from the company? Very, very important. Do you have maybe attestation of service from the company? Very important. All right, you need to show proof of all of this. Then if you don't have employment documents, you have a business, why not show a business? And remember, with the employment document, always try to convince your employer to give you what is called a study leave. Yes, a study leave. If you can convince them to write a recommendation letters for you, excellent. That they are aware that you are going for school, excellent. All right, this is very important. Now, business documents. Do you own a business back home? If yes, is the business fully registered? If yes, where are the business registration documents? Where are the tax documents? Where is the insurance of the business? Can you show proof of the business? Do you have pictures in the business of the business? Can you take a photo of the business with yourself to show the immigration officials? All right, all this you need to document. Remember, you will not be there on the day of the decision being made on your application, so you need to show all these documents. Now, the next category of strong ties back home, you need to show properties. Do you own real estate properties? Do you have a real estate company? Do you have lands? Do you have houses? Do you have all the documents? Do you have cars? Do you have taxis? All right, businesses, show pictures of them, show legal documents of them. All right, because without you, if you just say it with your mouth and you are not explaining, you are not showing documents, you are not showing pictures, you are not showing papers. Remember, showing pictures without the legal documents is a waste of energy. Please make sure you do the right thing. If you want to really move to Canada, check my videos, watch my videos. If you listen to my videos and do exactly what I'm telling you to do, you would be moving to Canada. I have confidence in myself, all right? So please do the right thing. Now, another thing, apart of the strong ties back home, you need to show another thing, which is the second one now, and it's called progression of your studies. Now, progression of your studies, I mean here, do you have high school documents and you are going to Canada to do a bachelor's degree? Excellent. That's progression in your studies. Do you have a bachelor's and you are going for master's? Or do you have a master's and you are going for PhD? Excellent. That's progression. Now, what if you don't have all of this? Maybe let's assume that you had maybe a bachelor's degree and you were working, and now you want to go back to school to go and study, right? What do? Of course, you need to show a progress. Make sure the course that you are going to do has some relations with the job you are doing. Make sure one or two things from the program you want to go and study has a connection to the job you are doing, right? Explain to them what the program is going to help the job when you return back home. Don't forget, when you return back home, it's very, very important. Very important. All right. Now, another thing is, what if you do not have all these documents? What if you have a bachelor's and you are going to do a diploma program? What if you have a master's and you are going back to do a diploma program? Are you able to justify that? Do you have reasons why you want to go and do that? Excellent. Show the transition. If you have a bachelor's, a master's, and you want to go and do a diploma program, make sure now that it should relate to what you are doing at the moment. Maybe your job, right? You shouldn't be a marketer and you are applying for accounting. No. You shouldn't be a sales girl and instead of you applying for something related to sales, you are applying for maybe related to economics. No, that is not how you cannot get a visa, especially if you have been out of school for a very long time. You need to show a transition in the gaps, all right, of your studies. Now, let's talk about, we are leaving the progression of your studies, which is the second option. Let's talk about finance. Do you have anyone sponsoring you? Are you sponsoring yourself? Remember, there are three categories of people that can sponsor your education. First, you yourself watching this video, if you want to apply, you can sponsor yourself. Secondly, your father or your mother can sponsor you. Thirdly, your siblings can sponsor you. Any other person outside of this circle like this is going to reduce your visa chance of approval. In fact, your chance of approval is diminishing. All right, but I'm not saying that it's completely out. It is still an option, but in this case, you must show legal documents. Excellent documentation will help you, but if you do not prove otherwise, you cannot get anything. All right, if you are sponsoring yourself, where is your business registration? How do you get the money? Where are your businesses? Do you have businesses? Can you show pictures? Can you show documents? Right, the businesses, how do you where are they? Can you explain that? Right, the business you have, do you have documents? I already explained about this. Can you also show proof of the business with pictures? Excellent, show that. Now, your parents, your father, for example, your father is sponsoring you. They are giving you their bank statement. No problem. You yourself, you also need a bank statement. Can they show where they are getting money from? Can they show their employment contracts if they are employed? If they have businesses of their own, can they show the businesses with all legal papers? If it's your mother, same thing. Your siblings, same thing. Let them also give you their birth certificates. Very important. If possible, you have pictures together. Excellent. These are some of the things that you need to put into consideration if you are being sponsored by people. Documents, ID cards. In fact, show all these documents. Let them also write sponsorship letters for you. All right, very important. Do they have pay slips? Are they being paid with pay slips? Excellent. Show documents for that. Right? Now, for non-relatives, they need to show a lot of proofs. That's why I always tell people that the higher you go outside of the family circle for sponsorship for Canada study permit, the lesser your chances of getting approval, or the more dangerous it becomes for you. but again, it can still be an option. If these people are external family members and they want to sponsor you, okay, not a problem. Is it just now that they want to sponsor you? Have they been sponsoring you maybe when you were born? Have they been sponsoring you when you were in high school? Have they been sponsoring you while you're in university? If yes, this is a great opportunity to use it and show proof that they have been sponsoring you. If they have been sending you money, why not show receipts? If they have been sponsoring you, show receipts. Not that you just get out and you say, this person wants to sponsor me. How is the person related to you? Do they relate to you? No, let them write a sponsorship letter. Let them also give you an affidavit of sponsorship, right? Yes, let them also give you documents to show how they earn their money. These are some of the things that you need to do in order to get IRCC to squeeze that visa and give it to you. It's very, very important. Don't forget this, guys, very important. I hope this video is going to help you. I just wanted it very short so that in case you are applying for a study permit to Canada, you should know some of these things, all right? These are the things. And the new portal or old portal, it doesn't matter which portal. In as much as you have the right documentation, it's going to work. Remember, for proof of funds, you need to have money for living costs or your tuition fee, and maybe money to prove that after you finish your program, you are going to return back to Canada. So consider money for flight, aller and retour. It's what is called, I call it miscellaneous. All right, maybe extra $5,000 to bring you back to your home country. Then living cost $10,000. If your tuition fee is maybe $30,000, join them together and make sure the amount is on that bank statement. Then you will start supplying the documents. Now, it's going to help you a lot. I hope this will help you. Please don't go without subscribing if you haven't done so. Till we meet again in another one. Peace.